What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting edition of This Week in Madden Show 206. A special edition because we have a hurricane heading to Orlando, Florida, where we live. And
literally right here.
That is what we're preparing for. But before that happens, we have some brand new Madden information to send your way. Talk a little bit about the upcoming patch that dropped yesterday. Some of the results of that. We'll talk about some changes in Ultimate Team, some updates to sets. The Julio Jones dropped out there. And so we'll cover all that. Gibs, of the patch notes that you've seen, what have been your biggest notes, changes? Have you played any games? What are you feeling?
Yeah, I actually think it's the fourth one on that list. You're going to see right there, tuned auto broken tackles to be less frequent. I think that makes a big, it's been a big deal in terms of, I know there's notes on there talking about improved things, defensive tuning versus stretch and outside zone runs.
Yes.
Yeah, I felt that, but I think the tuning of auto broken tackles to be less frequent is, I'm seeing a lot less big play runs. Like, I haven't seen like, You typically a game you get one or two, someone gets one or two 80, 60-yard runs. Like they break 3 tackles and then they're gone. You know, guys like Derrick Henry making huge plays. In the games I've played, I've only played 2, but I didn't see it in either of those games. I didn't see any of those broken tackles, like the third broken tackle on a run for an 80-yard gain.
Definitely. Now, one other thing I've noticed is counter plays. So counter plays. Now, you really got to read the patch note, Gibbs. If you're an expert at Madden, how do you read the patch notes?
Yep.
Well, you read it by saying, people say, well, stretch is nerfed?
Right.
Halfback stretch is nerfed?
No.
Well, if you read the patch notes,
defensive tuning.
The defense was changed against stretch and outside zone runs. So force defenders might play better.
Right.
Or guys might play that gap better or get more push.
Yeah.
We don't know. But doesn't mean the stretch is slower.
No.
Doesn't mean it's going to work less effective. If you still see the defense in your favor with the stretch,
you can
still run it.
Let's not forget, like, there's a reason that stretch runs are always like the best run. You have the ability for over all the years, off tackle stretch runs, like they're always good because they get you to the outside.
Right, and then you have similar tuning and adaptive AI to linebacker fake out chances to counters. So counters,
that's big.
Counters, you still got to get your defenders in the right gaps. Like, you can't stack the strong side. You'll still get hit by a counter. But if you do get your guys stacked to the left, they won't potentially get faked out after, a certain amount of chances. They'll adapt, and the linebackers won't go for the fake out. So those are all things to consider. Now, in Ultimate Team, you've got the batch add to set, super popular request. People are hyped about it. The restart button, people are really excited about. The slow mode, people are really excited about.
The issue with the filter house filters. The filter house.
The filter house.
That's kind of good.
It's my band name. So yeah, we'll keep investigating that. I've tried to run with the quarterback a little bit more. So I've been playing Tyrod Taylor a little bit more because I'm trying to see if his feet are still muddy when he's trying to get outside the pocket. He's been pretty quick for me so far, so that's something I'm definitely considering.
So Farls, what are your plans here? Are you hunkering down? How are you preparing? How are you preparing for Big Matt?
Just lock it in.
You're locking
Until
in?
I lose power, I'm locking in. I'm
going to play so much Madden. I'm going to play Madden until my face falls off, basically until I lose power, and hopefully I'll just stream it the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, that's my goal.
Yeah.
Stream as much as I can until
Hurricane stream?
A hurricane stream. Hurricane party? You want to come over to my house and have a party?
I think that's what's going to happen.
You're doing that?
I think so.
Wow.
I think so.
Cool. Great. That's going to be cool.
All right, we got mailbag questions coming in tonight. We're also talking in the chat here. We're taking your questions on Twitter. We just got one before the show started, so let's do that.
All right.
The question is from Reed Richards, long time. How are you stopping gun split close or are slowing it down?
It's tough. Gun split close is tough.
So I'll come out in the halfback wheel, and we'll talk a little bit about what we like about the gun split close. So now, what I find tough about the gun split close is you always have the tight end barnage to the flat. Like,
always good.
Unless you play cover 2, like that's going to get you a 4-yard catch and an 8-yard gain upfield.
Yep.
So that's one thing you've got to consider with the gun split close.
Yep.
Now the corner route, it's not as good. to Hawkins, it's definitely not as good. That's
play a hard flat.
That's the thing I would give. Unless you play the hard flat, then you give up the corner. So do you go Mabel Gibbs? Do you go because the other good note about the Gunsmith Close this year is this Power O. I've been saying it. It is indeed more effective.
It's really good, and
it's more effective than it's been.
The fullback
it used to be the worst.
The fullback, no. Well, last year it was bad.
Yeah.
The year previous, really good. The year everyone ran it with the drag out of the backfield, really good. It just wasn't good last year. But the fullback inside in the Steelers and in the Cardinals playbook, in combo with the halfback power out, is probably the best gun running combination you can have in the entire game. The
last portion is once you pay all that attention to the right side of the screen. I mean, you potentially have this X route as the backbreaker just right across the middle.
Yeah. Well,
so what do you do to slow down the Gunsplit Close?
Well, first and foremost, we got to talk about what is the power play this year at Gunsplit Close. I like the play you're using there, but go to Gunsplit Close and give me wide receiver corner, because this is
like this one.
This is what's really good about this is that, like, even if I were to go to like the cover 2 here, like that corner, run into the corner, like that should, like, over time, like I think maybe against the cover 3 that was a bad example there because he's cloud flat, but cover 3, let me just go cover 3 quick. It might be Mabel. Yeah, it's gonna be Mabel, but I think you can get depth, like, especially if they're playing there. Like, you could throw, like, people throw that route
early.
To me.
They throw it early. I got you. I've been waiting on it. Yeah.
Right, and then you have the post over the middle of the field, and then you can still get to halfback wheel. Like, you can still get there.
Right. So you come out in wide receiver corner, then you call halfback wheel.
Right, and then, believe it or not, the play action play this year is actually really good.
The slide play.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, people have been calling that against me, too.
Yeah, because when you go to the slide here, so quick audible left, and then streak prior, or fade prior. So then you look at the route progression on the left side. You have 3 level routes.
Yep.
Coleman to A, to the A receiver, to B receiver.
And if they went Mabel...
Right, that toasts them.
Right. So, yeah.
It's
that
really
makes
good.
sense.
It's really good.
That makes sense. That's a good mini combo.
I'll tell you, Gunsplit Close is better than you think it is. I think that you really need to have the fullback inside to run it really effective.
So you need the Steelers version?
Steelers or Cardinals version to be really effective, but yeah. But how do you stop it? I think Mabel is like your first step, like, because the reason for it is you're going to completely take out the right side of the field. So if you run the split close or the halfback wheel, you'll see that you're going to take away the quick flat, and the corner will be gone.
And then I user the middle.
Then you use the middle like that. I mean, you could still sneak that in, but over the
it's not a good throw.
Over the life of the game, like,
you just got to get a pick one time.
Yeah, and I think what you want to is you'd want, like, Denard, like, here, like, you'd gut him there, and he'll play that flat route better when you go to wheel, like, he'll.
And then I still do the Tweezy setup from last year, which crushes man. So if they go to man, you can go with that, but definitely an option.
Yeah, we ran that setup a million times last year,
right?
Where you motion halfback left. So a guy like LeBron James in chat is telling us 3 times to do that. That's definitely something that we recognize. We've done it for a very long time. Yeah, you can, and the beautiful thing too is if you motion him to the left, you can put him on an in. So if you motion him left, it kind of creates like a gun tight flex, which is kind of cool. And you can do the same motion with your fullback. So now you got a gun tight flex. I like it in there rather than a slant because it'll run in. So you get a high low right there between him and it's tough. It's pretty good. But I think something like people are saying, well, play cover 2 man. Well, the problem with cover 2 man is you can still, if you're in the halfback wide receiver corner, you could throw this route to prior, to X.
To X.
And to B.
Right as he cuts.
Yeah, so that's the problem I have if you play man. And you could throw the B route. You could throw the B route open as well if I play man. You'll see here at snap when he goes. You got to throw it like we were talking last week. You got to throw it earlier.
There.
Yeah, you got to throw it early. And Coleman, with a better route running, he'll get open. But that's what I don't like about man. So I would really just recommend something as simple as, guys, like, go ahead, call Mabel.
And then I use the backside.
Like, I'd put Johnson here. Right. You're going to have Aloka take away anything over there and then just sit on this post.
Yeah.
Just sit on the post. Like, this is the D. Like, that's the D. And then clamp down. Now clamp down on that drag. Make him throw that. Like, that's the defense to stop split close.
Mabel, it'll auto adjust to the side with the 2 receivers.
Right.
And then user the backside. I might even user the lefts all the way on the left.
Well, see, this is what happens to me, right? So when I want to blitz, this is that blitz I was running, right?
Yeah.
So I go like this, and then I notice I try to get this guy over here, hard flat him. But now this is the blitz I want to run.
You pick your poison between the X route or the corner route.
You could now throw the corner. That's the problem. So like that's why I really suggest the Mabel. Like the blitz is coming. Blitz is good. Like blitz is fire, but then that happens.
Right.
You know. So.
Makes sense. Yeah, some zone for sure. Zan's recommendation is the dollar or the 146 cover to sink. The soft squat vertical hooks.
Soft squat stuff.
Leave you to user the skinny post, which is the route across the middle. Yeah. You definitely want to get your zones out there and then user the backside post and let it flow. So a nice play, super tough.
Tell you what, it's a nice wrinkle to add in.
Yeah.
Like in the Browns and Colts that I've been running, like it's a nice
I would say, like,
wrinkle.
So here's what happened, right? So at the start of the year, I was actually running the Patriots playbook with the X-Drag trail, which is like a very specific play. It's only in that playbook.
Right.
And then I would go to the wide receiver corner. Now, at the start of the year, you don't have all your reads, you don't have all your plays. You go back to the last year's game. At the start of last year, 16, I ran this for 25 yards, and you could bomb it deep.
Right, but don't forget, we ran it at the end of 15. The last half of 15, this became the O because the corner route got open.
Right, but then in 17,
right.
What happened was I would go and wait for the A route to get open, and it doesn't get open because they can actually defend it. And so then I was like, I'm out on gun split close. I'm out. But now that I'm in the Browns playbook, I'm in on gun split close because you still have this route to beat man-to-man coverage. The run's actually pretty good.
Yep. That slant's tough.
And I know all the reads. Right. And I know I get this RB. Like, I know I have that all day. And I get
don't cover
12 free yards a game until they cover it. So I'm now back in on it despite being out on it. But now that I have other formations because I didn't rely on this, I have more of an offensive scheme, and now I come back to it. That's a good strategy when you're developing your game plan. So
right, but like take it to the next level there. Why do we recommend learning the schemes and the fundamentals that we try and like show here?
Right.
Because like that stuff translates year over year. Like when we tell you to run like the main concept that you should run on offense is a flood. Mm-hmm. Like that's how long have we been telling people to flood zones with a corner, a streak, and a flat?
Long
like
time.
9 years, a decade. For a decade, we've been talking to people about that's how you want to attack zone.
Right.
Right. With a vertical, a corner, and a flat. Like and those reads, those tendencies, they transition year after year after year after year.
Every year. And you're just way better off.
It's real stuff. You know, if you're sitting out here running, what was the blitz last year? The Mike loop. I know it's a defensive thing, but like if you're
Sam Mike crash,
you run Sam Mike crash, and like it's not necessarily like a real blitzing concept.
Right.
You're mind blown. You could come into this game, and I've seen it happen time and time again. You get someone that was really good one year. They come in, they use that blitz, they were great. They get to the next year, and they just they can't adapt. They can't get to the next level of the game. Well, think of how we've helped like all these people here watching. How do you blitz? What's the fundamental of blitzing? I'm going to send pressure off the edge. I'm going to overload the edges.
Yeah.
Does that not translate in every single game? That's how you blitz.
Right.
You send
especially
more
at the
defenders,
start of the year.
Send more, right, and then you get to the
adapt
fancy
as it
stuff,
goes,
right? So that's the whole idea, guys. That's the whole idea.
That's how it works. All right, good start to the show tonight, guys. Is what we'll be going over the patch notes. We'll talk a little bit about the tournament leaderboards. We've got some new run plays that people are interested in finding out with all that new patch defense out there. Running with your quarterback. What would you do if you only had one formation? What are the defensive changes? Running in the red zone, and then a possible hurricane matchup between ZFarls and Gibs. I've had the belt now for some time, by the way. Okay, here we go. First mailbag question, Gibbs, from VG Mighty YP, just Mighty P. He wants to know, what are your thoughts on a play call sheet?
Love it.
Play call sheet.
I love it. You know, I've never done it. I don't think that I would ever probably follow it because
he's thinking like plays on 3rd and 5, two-point conversion plays.
I'm thinking beyond that, man. I'm thinking really doing it. I'm thinking you come out and script your first drive. Like I'm gonna come out on first down. I'm gonna run single back ace stretch. Then I'm gonna run single back dive, and then I'm gonna go to shotgun run wide corner. Then I'm gonna go to screen. Like literally scripting out that game plan. Like. You know all the plays that are effective. Like if you looked at all your plays in your playbook and you're like, okay, I know this play is good. Like, for example, are you in the Browns playbook?
Yeah.
I just want to go to like, you basically pull out all your 10 best plays. So give me gun, single back, Duece close, right?
Yeah.
And go down, flip the formation, run PA cross.
Okay.
This play in and of itself is not going to necessarily win you an entire game.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, if you come out and you script, and it's a script, right? This plays on the first play. If you run this the first play every game, and people don't know,
where would you go?
Give me the flat. Like, it's going to be something that's really consistent for you. You threw it way too late.
It's because the quarterback had a horrible play action animation.
Just you break out of it. But the idea is like run this scripted style offense. Like you know what's going to be open. Like just go out and get a free 5 yards. Okay, now come back, go to your next play. You know that gun split close, the wide receiver corner play is good. Come out and just throw the flat, right? And just go down that progression of scripted plays that you know are effective, and then go from there.
Why would you do that, though, if you knew already that the plays you had were going to work against a defense? Because you don't know what your opponent's going to call.
Here's why. I think there is a method to the madness of it, is because you can get your progression down. Like if you get into a system and like this is what I run at the start of every game, you'll end up building confidence in it, just like you already have reads. Like you'll run this your first play of every game,
but what if it
and
doesn't
you'll know what this does.
2-man under.
You'll have a read for it, or you have a hot route for it. You'll do something like because you'll get so consistent in running this. Like this becomes part of your scheme.
Do you have to script out the hot routes?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's part of it. You script out the hot routes. Okay, if I see man, I'm gonna put one of my tight ends on a quick out, or put him on an in. I put one guy on a drag, like something along those lines. I think it's kind of cool. I've always thought about it. What you're smirking? You don't like it? Do I think that's gonna help you become a better player? Probably not.
Do I think that we don't? Do I think we don't have play call sheets in our brains?
We have play call sheets in our brains.
Right. Like I know on my first drive, I always do on my first drive. I call halfback stretch.
No, I know, but I'm saying not for you or I. Like this is
who's this for?
This is for someone that's trying to get better at the game. Someone that's like
yeah. You should write down all the plays that you run and know how to run.
Correct.
So any plays you've practiced, you should have those in your brain.
But for example, I'm just pulling from the Patriots, right? They said, okay, well, why did Jimmy Garoppolo look so good in that first game he played? Well, they were like, well, he looked good because the first 15 plays were scripted. They practiced it all week. He knew exactly what to do. I think there could be a lot of translation between that and in what you see in Madden, like the same thing. I think if you scripted your first 10 plays and you ran those first 10 plays every single game, do I think it could be effective? I do. I think it could be really effective.
Yeah, but if you have 10 plays, you have enough plays to just be good.
Sure, but you're going to gravitate towards a formation that can carry you through the course of a game. Like I was saying, like I don't think you can really run single back deuce close for an entire game. I don't think it has enough legs to run an entire game.
I don't think you should. I think that should be your starting formation, run the ball. That's your run the ball formation.
Sure.
Then you have your split close, which is either, and then you have your trips open, which is run or pass, and then you have your 5 wide, which is all out pass. Those you have 4 formations.
Yeah.
You stay in those 4 sets.
For sure.
You're cash.
For sure. Yeah, I like that.
And you can write those down on a piece of paper as long if you practiced them.
100 reps.
If you got your 100 reps in, then you can run those in the game. It would be smart to write them down. Calls per situation, I guess you could write them out. Like halfback, if it's 3rd and 1, I'm going to run the halfback wham.
Right.
I don't think I need to have a sheet of like 3rd and 1 plays.
I don't think you do.
QB sneak, fullback dive, halfback wham. But then you get
you don't need that. But if we rewound 9 years ago, you might need that. You might have needed that.
What was that, man?
That was
Madden 05. I just ran 2 plays.
Let's see. So
over.
Madden 17. So Madden 17, 16, 15, 25, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Madden 09. I don't think you even played Madden 09. I think you took Madden 09 off. You played 08.
Curls, fullback dive?
Did you play that year?
Curls and fullback dive?
Yeah.
I made drop into some tournaments.
Madden
08, Madden 10 were my jam.
10 was a good game.
I think you should write down all the plays you could possibly run in a game, and then you should remember like what they're used for. I think that's not a bad idea. I don't know if you need a play call sheet. I would never, if I had a play, my concern is this, guys. If it's 3rd and 5, and I'm like, all right, let me go to my 3rd and 5 plays. All right, well, it's tight end angle. Well, he's in cover 2, and that stops tight end angle, but it's 3rd and 5. Don't care. Like, I'd rather just not call this play. I would go to, like, a different play, even if I hadn't done it. I would go more based on what the defense I believe they're going to be in rather than what the play call sheet says. So those are my thoughts. Like, the Giants on 3rd and 1 run halfback shotgun draw on 3rd and 1 all the time.
Right.
And it's like that's their play call sheet, but if the other team stacks the box, then they got to get like out of the play. But it's a very good question. It will help you if you're a newer player become better.
Yeah.
Write down all the plays you've practiced and could possibly run in any situation you'd possibly use them.
Yeah.
That way you don't forget either.
Right. Well, I think where I'm gravitating towards it more is like you naturally are a player that likes to play the game more freestyle, like more like reactive to what I see.
Play as the flow. Yeah.
Where I like the scripting idea because I like to be very systematic. Like, okay, no, I like this play, this setup versus this, like, and going in that approach, like systematic, like bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, like some people write out their hot routes.
Right.
No thanks.
I don't do that. People, I think people do that when they lab. I see a lot of people do that when they lab. Like, hey, I got to remember, oh, that was actually a really good setup that I had against cover 2. Same thing with like, blitzes and stuff.
Right.
So,
okay. Good question. Good conversation. Definitely maybe give it a shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't forget, though. Here's the one bugaboo I have.
Yeah.
One bugaboo. Go back. You can't. Don't forget this. If you're looking to play Madden at the highest level, that play call sheet's not coming with you. Like, where are you putting that play call sheet?
Why, you can't wear a wristband?
You could. I know you can. I'm not saying you can't, but in the heat of the moment, on the big stage, all I'm saying is it better be up here. Keep it here. It needs to be here. You're not going to have time to... We already met a guy. We knew a guy that did that, remember? Jet Jordan?
Jet Jordan, he's not around anymore.
He's not around
anymore.
So just remember that. Like, get it up here. Get it up here.
All right, let's take a look at the next mailbag question here. This one is from Lane Herbie. He wants to know, Gibbs, do you have a nickel? He's been running the nickel double A gap from the Cincinnati playbook, which are in here.
Yeah.
Do you have any plays from that you like?
Sure. Of course I do. All right. First and foremost, double A gap. What I've seen a lot organically from this formation is the defensive end on the right side of the screen will typically sometimes just kind of like rush in and kind of just kind of make a play and kind of get in on it. But I've actually had a lot of success with a specific play. Now, I haven't tested it since the latest title update, but we'll try it here. So nickel double A gap. The play I'm looking at is called nickel dog 2. Now, Farls just a formation where everybody runs out.
We go empty here. Yeah. Got one for
if you can get that was Z-spot. Perfect. All right, so what I like to do here is base a line, and then I spread the defensive line, and then the key here is to use a quarterback contain, and then you can see where the defensive ends. See how the defensive ends, they actually go into that contain there. Then what I do is I place the nickel corner, the blitzing corner. I spy him, and then I haven't really found scientifically which linebacker it's better to blitz, but let's say I blitz one of the linebackers. I blitzed one on the right. Then you want to get up in the belly of the defense. On your spy, just sit here. And then snap of the ball, you'll see that, well, it didn't work there, but it might be something with the tuning. The tuning might have completely adjusted how this works. But the idea of what I saw with this is that the defensive end would come in. So let me try that again. I'm just going to try a faster defensive
And this
end.
is the nickel double A gap. This is in many playbooks, but also the Bengals specifically right now. We can talk a little bit more about the entire formation too, but this could be a way to maybe get some pressure from it.
All right, so let me try this again. Let me try to blitz in the other linebacker. So right about here, snap of the ball, go ahead.
There, he was thinking about it.
Yeah, so that, I mean, all I'm saying is that this creates a unique lineup. Like the idea behind this would be like you're doing a fire blitz. Maybe I need to change something with what I'm doing. Maybe it's on a spy. Maybe it's
a crash here. Maybe it's a crash there.
Ahead. Yeah, it might. Maybe it's something that is not going to work, but it was working for a while. And that's just what I'm seeing is the general idea would be this, guys. You're sending 6 guys. This would still work too. Like you send 6, and you think this might be bad, but the idea here is I'm going to try and drop directly over the middle of the field, like right here, and then you just get picks. And if people have watched me stream, you saw how effective it kind of became.
Yeah.
I know that's sending 6 guys, but the idea is when you use the user guy over the center, you're going to gain an extra defender. You drop another hook over the middle of the field. The DN comes in free like that, and you're able to make a play. Let me try not spreading the line here real quick.
Now, this was brand new last year, as we noted, but not many people ran it.
Nope, that's right. Yeah.
Gibbs, do you think there's enough flat zones in this formation stock to make this a good
you got
playbook?
You got cover 2.
So you got the cover 2.
Yeah, that's all you need. What other flat zones do you need?
Every
cover 3 and hard flat. That's not good enough.
I mean, do you think that's good enough? Why does nobody play this defense?
Let me try it right here again. Hold on. I think it's not very good against the run. That's why. Go ahead. You see how that guy's like the guy at the end on the right is like trying to come in. Let me try not putting him on a spy. Let me try. And then here, there are other blitzes too. We'll show you real quick. Go ahead. All right, we'll tinker with it, but
okay.
I want to show. There's another like actual blitz that you don't have to do any funny business with it. The one weakness of that obviously is you can get like your user is specific to right over the middle of the field. So let's go double A gap here. So the play I want to take a look at is right here, outside dog 3. All right. So the corner on the right comes in, Williams, and the idea here is you're sending pressure off the edge, and I would you would like how Will Sykes goes and uses this guy defender like right here. So snap of the ball, and you can see pressure off the right edge comes.
Yeah.
So you're not sending a lot of resources. You could even do something like this, right? You could drop Denard here, move Williams over here. And then use your perfect here, snap the ball, and see how. Okay, I'm only sending 4 guys, but I'm getting a guy free, clean off the off that edge.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about it. This is a blitz that if you don't want to use that guy, we'll see if you can have some success. Like just use your Iloka, snap of the ball.
Yeah, and a good note from Golden Glover here
pressure
is
off the right edge.
A lot of people expect to play mid blitz, which is a play we definitely recommend. It's the cover 0 version of this pressure.
Yeah.
It sends 6, but it's super aggressive, and if your opponent's not really ready for it, like you can just get sacked. Like Mole will run something like this. He runs it from 46 inside blitz, but like somebody calls that mid blitz against you and you don't get the ball out right away, it's like you get sacked, and then you see it in the play call screen after.
Yeah.
And you're like, mid blitz?
Right.
Like, what?
Right.
You get like I get mad at myself that like I couldn't beat mid blitz, right?
Right.
So that's something to consider when you're bringing the pressure or calling the.
So right there you can see that's one of the better send 2 guys free blitz right there.
Right.
So right here, just the baseline LB click Y down, slide him out a little bit, slide him out a little bit, and then I'd use her here. You're going to be really weak in a lot of areas, but you're going to send 6 get 2 free, which is good. That's a good.
Now walk us through this 2-4-5 real quick, just in the play call screen, and just show us. Did we have 2-man? I know we have buck zone blitz. I know there's a couple different versions too, but what do you think
the
about
double A gap?
This? Yeah.
Well, when you take a look at it, one of the strength of it, fundamentally, is supposed to be you're able to send quick pressure up the A gap, and you force a halfback to step up and play. But overall, I do think it's a really unique formation, and it's one of those formations that it's been in the game now for 2 years, and we haven't seen a player truly dominate with it.
Right.
So when you take a look at it, though, you don't have the cover 2-man. That obviously can be a problem. You want every formation you run to have a 2-man because it's a great stock style defense. You don't have it. That's by default, and you do have a couple cover 2 plays, which I think that this can be manageable. You can make this formation work because of that.
Okay.
If it didn't have the cover 2 plays, that's why I don't love the bear. I love bear, but it doesn't have cover 2-man, and it doesn't have a cover 2 zone. And that's the same thing about 4-6 normal. Really frustrating. No it's got the cover 2 invert, but it doesn't have those cover 2s. That's really crucial to have.
Nice.
So
that's a look at the nickel double A gap. Check that playbook out. Like I said, not maybe a base D. Although, tell you what, somebody came out in this last night.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, he's got a lot of dudes packed at the line. I'm not running.
Yeah.
And that was first down. I passed. Second down, I was like, you know what? I'll try a stretch against it. Every guy blocked. Everybody sealed inside 80-yard run. So let
me try this real quick.
Because everybody does get stacked pretty close.
I'm not going to do anything. Just go ahead. I swear I've seen this play more times in practice mode, the D end. So here's why I started running this formation. The D end, I've just so many times seen the D end come in completely free. Mm-hmm. When I'm playing the computer, in practice mode, it'll come to this formation, and every time I'm like, what? What's happening? And this is the play I think that it's coming in from. But it doesn't. I'm not seeing. Okay, did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, did you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so
on the left he got ferocious, but on the right he got in.
Watch. Okay, look, watch. All I did was spread the line. Go ahead, do it again. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he's fighting.
Yeah. All right. So, so maybe this is a play down to elaborate on. Right. Let's try it again. So base the line, spread the line. Now,
This might be your one
Let
with
me-
the pressure. Now if you
Let me
contain?
contain him. Let me just try.
Humor yourself, Gibbs.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. No,
He-
it
no.
didn't work there. That time I contained. Let me try not containing.
They were he screamed.
Yeah. Let me just try that. Go ahead. Go. No, it's almost better. Like,
Just, yeah, stop.
see, but I'll try one more time. You good? It's all right.
Making dots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get a pick with perfect.
Those uniforms look similar to me.
They do. So all I did was baseline and.
Try a bluff blitz on one of the LBs, maybe?
Ooh, hold on. They might blitz.
Prime time.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Oh.
but you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's something there. That's exactly what I was trying to get to happen on that first cover 2 play. That's exactly what happens. And how did I just like come across that? Well, I just played practice mode and the computer like does it just randomly. And it's like, why? So there's something there.
I like it. I like it. All right, here we go, guys. Make sure to hit that follow button in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, guys. We go live every Wednesday night at 8 with our weekly show. This Week in Madden, you're watching right now. Special Hurricane Edition going on. Our next question is from DMoney81. It says, Gibbs, what's your favorite run plays post-patch?
We talked a lot about Pittsburgh Steelers, Arizona Cardinals. I would probably put that as my favorite like 2-run plays to make a scheme is that power O from guns but close.
Yeah, and
then the fullback inside.
Inside, huh?
Yep, I really like that. And I'm still gonna roll with the Duece close.
Yeah.
I think there's so many good runs there. You got the wham,
The wham's
the
still
stretch,
good.
the counter. The counter's still gonna be good in the right situation.
Right, and if you don't overuse it, then you'll
Right.
never trigger the
Like,
linebackers, potentially.
I value the Duece close so much. The Duece close is so difficult to stop. Like that's still good. That's still good. That guy is. You still got yards there.
Yeah.
So I still value that. What runs are going to be good still? Like you're telling me that inside zones aren't going to be good. I think probably my favorite run in the game, which was my favorite run in the game before the patch, halfback quick base. Mm-hmm. Still my favorite run in the game. It's a great run. It's effective. Gets
Quick
the job
base
done.
is tough. I use it from this wide trips halfback week. They have the halfback base,
Yep.
and it works pretty well. Anytime I notice that they're in like dime,
Works
or,
really good,
or
yeah.
nickel, it works because they don't have force and cutbacks there. So
Right. Yeah, it's
what I
I like the base especially from bunch because your opponent has to worry so much about so many of the passing routes
Yeah.
that it opens up the running route, the running play. So that's my favorite run in the game. It has been the entire year is the quick base.
yeah,
And
I
then
haven't run much quick base for how much.
it's really good. And
Forget
it's
about
default.
it.
It's default. I'll tell you, I mean, what's a really good scheme out of just like another formation to go to, you got verticals, you got the base, you got a screen out of this play, come out in Z spot, come out in the PA post play, like you got a nice little scheme, mini scheme there.
One other recommendation
Yep.
people have been saying is the ISO.
Yep.
They're saying, obviously the edge game still potentially not where it was to the edge with, stretch, but the ISO, I know there was about 3 or 4 guys in the chat last night that were saying it was one of their runs. So just right up the gut.
Yeah, of course it's going to be good. It's like an inside
And
zone.
you got
yeah.
it,
Why
so
wouldn't
maybe
that be
check
good?
that out if you haven't considered, because I would never run this because I think it takes too long for the handoff. So like 1,000, 2, it's like 1.5. I thought it was a 2-second handoff. I would have guessed it's about a 1.5 second handoff. You're obviously looking for plays that are a 1 second handoff, but that's pretty crispy. You're on a straight line and you can carve that up. So maybe try the ISO.
Yeah.
A little bit into your game.
Shout out to Holdfast Hope who flew this tip in. I saw him talking about it. It's we talked a lot about last week about the 4-3 under.
Yeah, how to complete a pass to Ryan Tannehill.
Poor Hope. Poor Hope if he's watching. No, but
Kappa?
watch this. Base line. This is how to have better run defense at 4-3 under.
Mm-hmm.
Base line. Show blitz. Tell me what happens.
Everybody moves up.
Safeties creep up in the box.
Yeah.
You don't have to manually do that. Remember before we were manually bringing them in? So just baseline show blitz, it brings the safeties into a better position for you. You don't have to worry about it. Auto, right? So that's just one extra step. One extra step that is going to help you out,
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Quicker. Helps to be quicker. All right, here we go. Next question in the mailbag right here.
Farls just throwing shade at everybody, even Hope about the Dolphins.
I mean, they throw shade on themselves.
Wow.
They just don't complete it.
Oh.
Catmaster. good question coming in here. He wants to know, what is the best run in the red zone? He's been getting inside the 10-yard line, but then he's been stalling out. He's in the top 70s on the leaderboard, but he's going to the tight end on the high point, but he's only completing half of them, or it's not quite reliable, so he wants a couple runs for the red zone.
Okay.
So, I mean, dude, I go to the wham.
The wham?
I go to the wham in the red zone.
Yeah.
Just to get inside the 5-yard line, because it's so quick. Most people it's just it's just good.
What is good about it?
I know it's not in a lot of playbooks, but it's good.
But here's what I think is really good about it. It's the realistically, it's the fourth thing you worry about from this formation.
Right.
Or from fifth.
Right.
I gotta worry stretch. I gotta worry about counter. I gotta worry about the passing play. And then dang, you got wham.
And it's like too late. It's like, it's wham. It's too late.
Stinking wham.
And you almost, if they are too aggressive on it, like be as aggressive as you can with, don't be on a loco, but be on like a linebacker.
Yeah, okay.
Like be as aggressive as you can. As soon as you see it, go nuts.
Okay.
It almost causes you to get blocked because they're going to give away they're going to block somebody because it's the wham. That's what the wham is. They let the guy in, and then he goes. Fullback dive. Now, which fullback dive though?
We got to go. Go to strong eye. Go to strong eye. Go to twins. Type pair. We got it, I believe. We got it in this book. Go to strong. Strong. Regular. Strong. Yeah. I think we have it in this playbook. Okay, maybe not.
I would have been running it.
It's the one in the Bills playbook that's really a very fast fullback dive. It's a quick one. That would be another good one I'd recommend.
Let's try this halfback gut. I think this could be quick.
No.
Too slow.
Too far back.
Too slow.
Halfback wham.
The wham.
See, homie?
What else? Any other runs you like? Do you like to go to like a...
yeah, I mean...
You like a strong power to see if you can get it outside, or no? What do you like to do?
Yeah, no, I would gravitate... I mean, I've seen some people have success with it, but, I know a guy like J. Noel likes it a lot, so that's something that he likes, but I think something that's going to get you north-south quick, like that strong power took a little too long, so I want something that's going to... I think inside zones, man, even shotgun going to inside zone. If you go to, you go to a formation that you run those high points from, you make your opponent okay, he's going to run that.
Right, gets nervous.
The run in the red zone is your best friend when it's your second option. When that's really the bread and butter of any play you run.
Right, when it's in a passing set.
When the play you want to run is
what
the
I don't like
second or
about
third
strong
thing.
power is if you go to pistol, it's either going to be a read option, strong power, or a counter. Yeah, that's pretty tough, but once you've given your hand that it's strong power,
yeah.
Once you're on the first, anytime you run strong power, I know you don't just randomly run strong power. So anytime you run strong power, the next time you go to pistol, I'll be like, he's probably gonna run strong power,
right.
And it's not an impossible run to shut down like in Madden 15.
Right.
So you got to feel good that you'll be able to stop it.
Yeah, I would say this. The tip. The actual tip I'd like to give you, rather than I'm going to give you one play, is whenever you can make your run, whatever run you want to use, the second or third option that your opponent has to defend, that's going to make a better play in the red zone. I think if you make your opponent respect, you're going to throw the high point, they're going to do everything they can to defend the high point because they know that that's really hard to defend. So I like the idea of the metagame of come out, just throw one high point, just make them be aware that you know how to do it. Because the rest of the game, that's going to be in the back of their head, and that then should open up a run for you to be better than you think it might be.
You said you love the metagame, Gibbs. You do indeed love the metagame.
I love the metagame.
You love the metagame.
Love it.
Let's take a look real quick at the leaderboards. So we have a leaderboard here. This one is for Madden Classic Draft Champions, but we'll pop this one up on the screen. Here you got Mr.
Odell,
the emotional receiver here.
Your boy. Oh, no surprise there.
D. Jones, turn it up.
D. Jones, number one.
The PS4 leaderboard for Draft Champions.
Yeah.
As far as just the overall leaderboards go, what have you been eyeing, noticing, seeing?
I'll tell you what. We got a D. Jones, number one on the Draft Champions. Yep. No surprise. So, the first and foremost, if you didn't want the people watching, they were like, oh, I don't want D. Jones to win. Guess what? you better respect that guy's game because he's back, and not only is he back, he's number 1 on the leaderboard. So that's telling you something. Our guy, Matster Gamer.
Stevie J, also
right
one of the squad members.
Matster Gamer, number 1 on salary cap right there. But a guy by the name of Farls on Draft Champions, I believe ranked number 1 for Xbox One, by the name of Sonic Boom 12. Have you heard of a Sonic Boom before,
Jet
Farls?
Steel?
On Draft Champions, not salary cap.
Not on this one?
Yeah.
Habugi sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the squad's out.
So the squad's back.
Any trends, any
Sonic
tendencies,
Boom.
any insight you got?
I mean, the insight I would say is, you're seeing a lot, again, D. Jones, right? So, I mean, that just screams to me that, like, this guy came to play. Like, he had the chip on his shoulder last year, didn't have the respect. Now everyone remembers his name. Now everyone remembers D. Jones out there. You got to throw a lot of respect out to a guy. There's Sonic Boom right there.
A.T. Alien.
Yeah.
Wow.
Snaponic.
Hit me up today.
Snaponic. There's a name right
Snaps
there.
up there.
Yeah. So you know he's going to be there.
Yikes.
Who else we got?
Texas Boy sounds familiar.
Ooh.
Let's go. All right. Just taking a look at the leaderboards, guys. Let us know your thoughts. If you got anybody on there you see. If you're on there yourself, grinding out the games. It's going to be pretty nice.
I'll tell you what, too. There's a guy ranked 59th on head-to-head.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Ryan Holland's bunch.
Ryan Hollins of the singleback
Hollins
bunch fame
is ranked 59th on the head-to-head leaderboard.
It's impressive.
So former NBA player, is right now he's in the top 200 on the head-to-head leaderboard.
He wants
that's impressive, boys. That's impressive. So
no excuses. What's your excuse?
No, you know what I think is crazy? Like, that's what this is now. Like, that's what competitive Madden is, guys. Like, you got a guy like Ryan Hollins who's coming out here who's hungry. Like, exactly? What's your excuse? What's your excuse if you got to get on the leaderboard, start playing those games? Like, when Ryan Hollins is, it's awesome. It's a cool story.
He's out there grinding. Yeah. All right, here we go. Next mailbag question. We hit up those ones. Gibbs, we got one here from Mangus. Question you might not be able to answer, but you can try. How do you hold on to a lead in Madden 17?
The way you hold on to a lead in Madden 17, not just Madden 17, this is going to be every Madden for the history of Maddens ever. You need to play your game. Don't deviate from your game and try to run the ball. Don't try and waste the clock. There are certain circumstances that will require those things, like if it's late in the fourth quarter and you have like a 2-possession lead. But if you're in a situation where you're up 21 and it's early in the third quarter, my recommendation to you would be change nothing of how it got you there. Don't sit back. Don't start playing cover 4, playing soft. You see so many people do that because they're like, well, I'm not, I don't want to give up a big play.
They start to play the clock instead of playing the game.
You can't. You got to play your game of what got you to that 21-point lead and go from there.
Okay. My answer about holding on to a lead would just be calculate every second, chew clock, start playing. Like, it depends on the lead. It depends on the game. Like, there are games where it's 7-0, 7-7, 14-7, 14-14. You go up 21-14, and, like, that's not a game where I consider holding the lead. Like, a lead's like you go up 24-7. He gets the ball before the half. He gets the ball after the half. And all of a sudden, it's now 24-21, and you have the ball for your first drive in the second half. You haven't touched the ball in a little while, and you're like, it's only the third quarter. I can't just run the clock out. That's where you got to play your game. That's where Gibbs' advice definitely kicks in. But, like, if you're up, people are saying chew clock.
That's a good tip. That's a good tip.
Yeah, I think you be smart. And, like, you don't ever let down a game, right? Like, you got to be so cutthroat that you're willing to milk every second off the clock and not be mad. If you want to win, you want to win.
Right.
Like, you can't feel bad like that you're going to run the clock down. You're chewing the clock. It's going fast. You're not wasting the guy's time. Like, you're trying to get a victory.
Right.
But I'll pass it. Whatever. I'm up 14. Like, I'll pass it against this guy. I'm going to go for 2, a score. Like, be a savage. Like, be tough.
I think that the idea of like don't get it confused or twisted in the back. Like, don't use chew clock. You should use chew clock. Like, if you're trying to, like, if you have a 20-point lead, definitely use chew clock. But still run your game. Don't turtle and go, chew clock and then just like dive.
Screen pass,
Like, like no. Like that's not the idea. You can chew clock, but run your offense. Don't deviate from that. Like you're up 21, you're up 14. Run your defense. Don't sit in a shell, cover 4, and just say, okay, or I'm going to let you run on me. Like,
right.
Still do all those things to waste the clock, but still play your game.
Right.
You know, that would be the advice.
All right. So yeah, play your game. You got the lead for a reason. Get the win. Get the win. All right. Just Ballin wants to know. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the show, but we got to dive in here, Gibbs, and let the crowds know. How can you stop the
good
deuce
one.
close?
It's a good question.
You get this single back here, this deuce close.
Yep.
I would say the stretch is the most popular play.
Yep.
And then the tight end angle. And then probably, I know Tweezy, the PA misdirection, I think is something he likes to run.
It's a good play.
So I'm sure that's out there in the wild.
There's a lot of good plays. I love the that play action play we ran before.
Yeah, the quick one, the PA cross.
I love that play. It's a great play.
What are people going to see for the bulk of?
You're going to see stretch, counter, tight end angle, and then a little bit of wham.
And a little wham. How would you slow down the tight end angle?
Okay, so the tight end angle, you first and foremost, what's difficult about it is we're going to go to cover 3, and I'm going to man up one defender over here on the tight end, man up one defender on B, like have a hybrid man-to-man on this side, and if you run a drag, just leave him, and then I go to the angle, or I go to the streak, and then if it's a drag on this side, I have to jump down to the drag. Like if there's a drag on the right, I'm just gonna leave it and then drop. If it's a drag left to right, I have to go to the drag. It's like
right.
I think that could be a good base weighted attack. Like again, so this would be like a good base. Man up one side, and you got zone on the opposite side. And then depending on where you run, so run it the opposite way, flip it. So now this way, my responsibility would be to jump down and grab the underneath drag. Like my job here is go to the drag. Like I gotta go to the drag, I gotta go to that drag. Like that's the idea.
Yeah, and that was awesome.
Dope. Was
and,
that fire?
Yeah, I wouldn't throw the drag that late generally because once the drag crosses like a certain area, like once the drag's not open here or like he's gonna run into another defender, then I go back to the middle. And, like that's the real back-to-back hurdles. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you can't get beat by the Eifert route. First can't get beat by the seam. Second, you can't get beat by then the drag, but you can get beat by the drag,
right?
Because you can't really get like bashed by it. Like you can give it up a couple times,
right?
You just can't get beat by the angle then coming back. That's what people do. They get too gassed up in that, and then they get crushed across the middle and they give up a big game.
It's good. It's good. So. It's pretty good. It's tough. It's tough to stop. Like I think this deuce close thing is really tough. Like it's
knowing the situation though helps you. Like I would say, spread everything out as much as possible to stop the runs.
Right.
And then just cover the middle of the defense.
Right.
And you'll be better off that way.
Right. For sure.
Because then everything will be back towards the middle.
And just
then it's tough for people.
And
to
just
get
in general,
a lot of yards.
like cover 4, like. Remember, cover 4 is going to be your friend against this stuff. Like, we talked all last week about that 4-3 under. Like, that 4-3 under cover 4, like, that's coming from, like, RG. Like, RG is like, yeah, you should be probably, like, yeah, you want to stop the run? Like, you should probably run 4-3 under cover 4. Like, that's schematically. And then that thing that Hope just showed us where if you baseline show blitz, like, that's really good. Like, that cover 4 from that 4-3 under, like, that's, like, I think more people are going to start gravitating to that. Like, that's going to be what you run. Like,
what defensive playbook would you do that from?
4-3 under is in a lot of. It's a lot of books.
That has
like Raiders has it. 4-3 under.
Is there stuff that has like 3-3-5 wide with it and big dime?
3-3-5 wide. Raiders has it. Raiders has it. The Bengals has it. So Bengals has it, but like the 4-3 under again.
What dimes do they have? Probably like normal, right?
Normal, yeah.
Yeah.
But take a look again. 4-3 under. And then you go to the cover 4. And what's good about it, again, is just if you go to deuce close, just go to deuce close real quick. Go to deuce close, and stretch is cool. So right there, like from Hope, just saying baseline, show blitz, and then the safeties creep up for you. Like I don't know why the guy on the right didn't, and you don't even need to shift your line. Your line's already good. Like your line's already good 4-3 under. Like that's what's cool about it.
Right.
I think 4-3 under is probably the best set it and forget it formation that you could possibly use. Like it's pretty good. It's pretty spicy. So give it a shot. Give 4-3 under a shot.
Give it a shot.
Give it a chance.
Shot.
Give it a chance.
Give it one shot.
One chance. One shot. Mom spaghetti.
Okay, here we go. 2 more mailbag questions, then we're getting into some Game of the Week action. Gibbs, do you have tips on stopping possession catch?
Hip power?
Hit power across the middle. Yeah, don't let guys get open.
Yeah.
I think this question was actually like, how often are you possession catching? How often do you possession catch when you go across the middle?
If it's third down.
Yeah.
It's third down.
So third down,
like
you
third
look to
down
do it. Sidelines, I look to do it. I
think a lot, actually.
People drop a lot of passes across the middle.
Yeah.
So maybe I should even possession more. I love when like you get a new catch animation because you possessioned it.
Right.
And you go like straight down. Like that's great. I've lost a lot of yards by possession catching though, and I've also given up a lot of interceptions by going for possession catches when I should have aggressive and I opened myself up to a hit, but I try and possession and the defender cuts me off, right? Like
right.
So it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
Like if I right here go to A,
that's good though.
Like
That's where you want to.
That's good.
I think I possession catch more than I do.
Right,
more than I don't. Like I really possession catch a lot.
Like right there, I aggressive caught that.
Yeah.
I feel like if I hold A there, I don't come back to the ball and like you maybe get a pick.
Right. Whoop.
And that's just a normal because it's fast. But
right.
Those are some things to consider.
Yeah. What is there a specific route that you think you possession catch more than anything? Like, what route do you find? Like, is it drags? Is it ins?
See, I only really do it on the outside. I don't really do it across the middle.
You'll do it on over the middle. You're gonna rack
outs,
it probably or
like
aggressive.
That. Yeah.
Do you ever not dictate what you want, or do you like ever let the computer just do it?
No, not on purpose. I make a decision.
What about drags? Even on drags, you won't.
Never possession. No. Unless I need to. Like,
no, I'm
unless
saying
I'm
like,
gonna get crushed.
But like you'll click on to the receiver on a drag and you'll make him rack it.
Yeah. If I have time, yeah.
Gotcha.
Cool. Next question. From Rody wants to know. Oh, this was the question. How often are you possession catching? So that was his question.
Yep.
I definitely combined the last 2 questions. So let me just go through real quick here. Gibbs, anything on this left sidebar you want to run through? What are your thoughts on the patch notes? What have you been reading in the chat? What do you think?
Overall, I think.
Just got to keep getting reps.
Yeah,
That's what Hurricanes are for.
I think keep getting reps. I think that, I think the big story before the patch was like the need for a run defense that like gave you confidence. I think that you're going to have a lot more success now with calling certain things and not having some of the problems that you had in the beginning trying to stop the run. I think with the idea of the 4-3 under cover 4, like that tip is gold. Like that's a gold tip. Like we broke down the 4-3 under last week. I think that's going to be helpful for there. But I think overall the most important thing to take away is focus on the key parts of the patch and like don't let it like you lose one game and then don't react and go, oh, they must have changed this. They must have, get a good sample. Get a good sample size before you kind of come to a conclusion, right? So that's what I would say. All
right, so how is the new LaShawn McCoy? I'm a fan of the new LaShawn McCoy. I think he has really good route running out of the backfield. He hangs onto the ball for the most part, and his speed is just enough to give you some breakaway runs, so I would check him out. It's a team of the week. I don't really rely on the Energizer ability chemistry, but that's one thing you can do. Gibbs, how can you beat cover 4 without going to the flats?
Over the middle.
Over the middle.
Yeah.
If you had to pick one formation you had to stay in on both sides of the ball, which 2 would they be?
One formation to go on both sides of the ball?
Yeah, so like what if you could only do one formation on offense, one formation on defense?
On offense, it would be gun bunch.
Yep.
On defense, maybe that 4-3 under. Just maybe defense, that, maybe nickel normal. Like
defense, I would play.
Defense is tough.
I'd play the 3-3-5 wide over the normal.
Yeah.
Slight edge, but both of those, and then you can't do big dime this year. And then on offense, I would probably do...
Deuce close is good.
Wouldn't do gun split close. I don't think split close has enough passes.
Deuce close?
I'd have to... Deuce close, I don't think has enough passes.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go some type of shotgun. My offense isn't built to answer that question, but...
Because you go to
and it depends like who I'm playing.
Yeah.
But if it was just a play and a bum, I would maybe go to the Arizona gun split close, like you said, because then you could at least run more than I could from the Browns.
That would be a good formation. That's a good formation with the fullback.
I tried the challenge with the Texans wide trips the other day, and it was a really tight game, really good game.
Right.
Okay. Thoughts on the new head-to-head format in Ultimate Team? It uses tickets, but you get more rewards, I believe. I don't know the exact details. There was messaging that went out today.
Yeah, I have to check the details.
Yeah, got to check the details on that. But it sounds like whatever you put in, you at least get back, even if you don't win a game.
I think the answer there is give your feedback.
Yeah, let us know your feedback. Because a couple guys hit me up. I was not paying attention today, but I will. We can always.
Can we talk about the Julio? We haven't talked about the Julio yet.
Yeah, new Julio Jones.
I would love to talk about him. I'm curious what you think. I know like you've tested him a little bit.
Yeah, new Julio. I like the playmaker thing. I don't know how valuable it is unless you have a specific offensive scheme that needs that playmaker ability, like in your offense, and he's always going to be the closest guy to you, and you're going to then drag Julio Jones, who you paid 500 stacks for, and
maybe that's what he's worth.
Is it though?
Yeah, probably.
Just for the ability to playmaker?
Probably.
When you still pretty good at just playmaker guys upfield, because he just cuts crisper. He doesn't cut twice. He doesn't I don't know. I don't know. I'm still testing. I'm just asking questions.
I think
overall as a receiver, he's great.
I think you gotta break that down. I think you gotta break it down and
I don't know what quite it's worth to people.
Kind of see how it goes.
Atlanta offense. To add a few more passes, check our Atlanta offensive playbook. I did a video on YouTube. You can check that out. That will help you with the Atlanta offense.
Do you think that the Julio, if there was more, if he wasn't so expensive, then it's yes, gotta have him, because you could sub him in for some plays that you think you might need it. I still think that there's a lot of value. I think there's
that ability chemistry will be more valuable when it goes to a halfback. I think
a halfback.
I mean, if a halfback gets it.
Oh.
Because then you can do it
playmaker
a halfback out of the backfield.
You have to
you have to not only do you have to drag Julio Jones. Say Terrell Pryor was Julio Jones.
Right.
You also need Aaron Rodgers. I think you need the conductor thing. You have to get everybody out of the way.
You gotta know that
you gotta know he's gonna be the guy you're gonna get control.
Well,
and
then
I can send him back left. So right there, Pryor did nothing. Julio would have went back right, which is nice.
Yeah.
But is it worth?
I don't have the playmaker Julio, no, but it's get there.
So.
But no, I think the abilities is creates a really interesting. It just creates interesting conversation. I think that's what's cool about it. So.
Right. ATLian, I got to see it. Congrats on your leaderboard spot.
ATLian,
I got to still check that out. Brandon, I do have a review. Julio Jones that I was granted. I did a review on it last night, so make sure to check that out. I think it will give you some insight. I showed kind of what it can do, both just on a streak, but then also with the playmaker, if you haven't seen it.
So Farls.
Yes. Hang on. So tips on the Niners offense. We did a playbook review. It's the same as the Eagles last year. Don't love it in this year's game. No high form, no under center. We'll see if it gets better with the patch. What else?
I was going to say that the game of the week tonight.
We got to go through the mailbag.
Oh.
What are you thinking?
Well, I was going to say game of the week tonight. I'd challenge you to an Ask Madden game. Coach suggestions only.
I challenge you to hurricane weather.
What does that mean?
High winds, rain. A lot of points going to get dunked on you.
Is that true?
Best coverage for 3rd and 4th and 10. Sometimes I get my opponent in 3rd and 4th and long, and I usually run cover 4 or man up 3 deep, but they sometimes still get the first down. What do you suggest I do? That's not a good enough question.
Yeah.
But you can send pressure, but how often is too often? Don't run man up cover 3 deep, man up 3 deep. Don't go that extreme. You can go 2 men under, but don't go cover 3 deep. Right. Still got to get a little pass rush. Cover 4 is good in that situation, but maybe make some adjustments. That's tough to say. How to stop shotgun spread PA deep outs.
Tough. It's tough,
You
especially...
you should pass commit those so that your zones that are on the curl flats, like they don't get pulled down, and then it's like you want those guys to boom back and fill in the area.
It's tough because those deep outs are really tough on like if it's like 4th and 18, it's really tough. I've had a lot of success running like deep outs, deep ins.
There's one specific play that beats cover 3 match that I have that's fantastic. Some guy ran against me. I was like, this is pretty good.
Right.
I need help with the press. Do you guys have any tips on pressing your opponents? So do you care about pressing in zone, press rating?
I care about zone. I haven't really gravitated much to press. No.
So
I don't run a lot of cover 0,
like
cover 1.
The Janoris Jenkins, do you like it?
I do because I mean even though he's got low press, like I like him. Yeah.
Right. So you don't really care about press rating.
Yeah, I mean I don't want to have it be 0, but yeah.
Yeah, it's the 4th most important thing you look at.
Yeah. For now.
Right.
Yeah.
And in zone, you don't feel like you need, like if you call press, your guys move up, but you don't necessarily activate a new press.
I don't want press in zone. Yeah, don't worry about that.
So you only really want it in man.
Call man,
really
and if you got to call press, if you call press.
Like against compressed sets.
Yeah.
So that's really the only time you want it.
Yeah.
Man of the month, Julio, the best receiver in Mutt? Probably, yes. Just overall, can pretty much do everything. What else?
I think we had a question that was like, hey, what you said, take a look at our questions from the night. What's important? We kind of gave information on that, but there was one that was also really good. How to keep the lead, like really important. That's really important stuff there about playing your game. So like, don't forget to play your game if you have the lead.
Gotta play your game.
Yeah.
New run plays.
Yep.
So for the patch, we talked a little bit about those. The ISO, running with your quarterback. We explored that a little bit. So it's been tough to kind of get out of the pocket with your quarterback, but that's like pretty crispy right there. Obviously, I didn't get all the way through, and I have
good animation.
Cody Kessler, but it's more like right there. That's what you haven't been getting.
That was crisp.
And that felt pretty crisp. And remember, that's Cody Kessler, so hopefully that will be. You don't have the ability to playmaker quite like you want to, but so hopefully you'd be able to run with your quarterback and playmaker a little bit better post patch, and it does feel a little bit better. So don't forget that you can't do it. Like start to try and do it now. You know what I mean? So that when you need it, you're ready to do it.
You get the juices flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does underneath and over the top coverage work in man to man that you know of?
No. Okay. It's like a zone.
It's a zone specific. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. In the Brain Trust tonight, we have Matster Gamer flew in. He's in the chat right now, but he flew in some tips for his salary cap lineup. So I know you guys asked a lot about salary cap, and I wanted to get it from the number 1 guy in the leaderboard. So Matster flew in some tips, and we'll send those out to you. And then M-Stack's Bengals defense will be coming in. 2.0. Version 1 was run defense, so you've got another version coming in, and then there'll be another video next week, I believe. So we'll check in on all that. We'll make sure it's good. All right. Let's rock a game, Gibbs. You ready?
Yeah. I'll play.
Ready to play?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Can we please do coach suggestion game?
Coach suggestion game? Is that what the chat wants?
I really want to do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
What playbook are you going to pick? Anyone you want?
No, you just pick your team's playbook.
Yeah?
Random around death, and then it's coach suggestions only. I think it'd be fun.
Does it give you 3 plays?
Yeah, you get the 3 plays on the screen.
Hurricane, only if we do hurricane force weather.
Hurricane force weather is cool with me.
All right.
And then you get to make one hot route.
One hot route?
One hot route.
All right.
Or do you want to be able to make as many hot routes as you want?
One hot route.
One hot route. Offense and defense. One hot route.
One hot route.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
like that would be like you can take one blitzer and put him into a zone. Like that's the idea.
Okay.
Or you can blitz one guy.
On defense too?
You want as many on defense? You can have as many as you want.
No, one hot route on both.
One hot route on both.
Yep.
Deal. All right.
Not an official belt match because of the stipulations, but I agree. I know what you're saying. I go first?
Sure.
I'm going to get off the Cardinals so that I can get the Cardinals as a team.
That's how it works. We both start on the Browns then.
Sure. Random. Patriots.
You're going to go Pats? You really going to go Patriots?
I don't know about that. they're terrible for this mode for me.
Why?
Because they don't do anything I want them to do.
Okay.
I want a mobile quarterback.
Okay.
I want speed at receiver.
So then you should go one more team.
But they're very good defensively.
Okay.
I'll play it.
What do you... Okay.
I'll use the Pats.
You're going to go Pats?
Yeah.
You going to go one more death?
Nope. Your turn.
You're sticking with them.
A button.
All right.
They also have a very good playbook.
Sure.
Sort of.
Give me liberty. What?
Yep. See? It's the same. You're going to get the Pats next.
I'll go Steelers.
You're not going to go death?
No, I'll go Steelers.
Why?
Because that's the team I want to use.
Can't change your playbook.
I know. I'm just making sure.
I don't think you're not allowed to change.
Sure, I can change that.
No, we said no.
No, that's not true.
We said no advanced settings changes.
No one said that.
We pretty
No
much
one
agreed
said
to that. We said you can't touch your playbook, which is in advanced settings, therefore
No one said that.
can't basically.
No one said that.
BCA, flying in 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
We do off.
Yeah, off.
Weather,
Yeah.
heavy rain.
Do they have that?
Not just rain. Wind, preposterously high speeds.
Can you...
It's like the
Day
gauntlet
game?
challenge.
Day game? Okay.
It's like the gauntlet
I
challenge.
played pretty well. I played pretty well on the coach suggestion game. It was kind of fun. But
Yeah.
now the problem is you'll be able to key in on... You can... Here's what you can do. You can pick your play, and you can go to another page and hide it, but you got to pick that.
It's got to be from one of the front.
It's got to be from the first page.
Okay.
Fair?
Fair.
Fair. All right. Yeah?
You guys got any other questions in the chat right now? Make sure you follow that beast, guys. Remember, every Wednesday night at 8, be like Lord Nicolas.
All right, here we go. Jameis Winston.
You can send us in your questions. Wednesday. ZFarls
Hi,
against
Farls.
S.
Good luck.
Gibbs in an Ask Madden Hurricane game. 10-mile-an-hour winds. I'm going to pretend that says 100. It does not.
Maybe it does. Let's go. Boo. All right.
Slowest man in the biz. Danny Amendola.
He's not that slow, man.
He's not fast.
Do you have your settings? I got to pause and look at my settings.
One timeout, please.
No, that's not true.
Why are these my settings?
Because this is your Xbox.
This is your Xbox.
Is that what I said?
This is your Xbox. I'm gonna keep defensive play call on.
What?
Coach suggestions?
What about it?
Coach suggestions.
Oh yeah, sorry. This is where it breaks down because I see all your plays.
And then it gives you a play.
So I know the play already.
Potentially.
No! Get out of here!
Because of Tom Brady's suspension, he is not in the lineup. I'm going to have to sub him back in as just a principal to the team.
You could put Gentleman at quarterback?
That is the greatest thing that's ever happened
That's so good.
to anybody. Ever.
Ever.
They juiced up LeGarrette a little bit, I think.
That's so good that you could, Gentleman.
That's so good.
Pats are cheesing. Pats are cheesers. They got a wide receiver at quarterback. I get to do one. I get to do my one auto reorder.
Excuse me?
I get to do my one auto reorder.
That's another timeout. You've now paused the game 2 times.
No, that's not true.
Timeout.
So you better have used the first page.
Maybe.
You have to.
Maybe.
It's cheating if you didn't.
Maybe. The best is we're going to have some fabulous community member comb over the footage and like determine if we...
Oh, he's a bad man. Ooh, yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger.
Just so you know, Farls, I'm one of the best organic players that exist. I'm a great organic player. Better than you ever imagined. I'm your worst nightmare. Your worst nightmare.
You don't want to know what my worst nightmare is, Gibbs.
And I also know that you can't see very well.
You don't know anything about
I know you can't see very well. You ran commit there. You did see it. You did see it. You sly dog. You sly dog. Oh, he's a bad man.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2. Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. 3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger trying for Brown.
I got a little pick of myself,
No
except Gibbs. I finish the job.
That is such garbage.
I finish the job.
That is garbage. Oh.
Pa-pow, pa-pow, pa-pow. I know a little bit something about playing organic myself, S. Gibbs. I eat at Whole Foods every day.
How many adjustments you make on that play?
1.
Sure?
Oh, yeah.
You sure?
Oh, yeah. How many bad reads did you make on that play? 1? You sure? You sure?
You're so funny. God, you're the worst.
I'm pretty good, though. All right. Gibbs returned the kick here. Tries the spin move.
Yeah, it's at the 30.
Still never worked.
Bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Break a tackle, Martavius. Break a tackle, guy, bro. Hey.
Dude, guy, hey, bro.
Setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly. It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket, find angles to throw the ball through. He has to drop over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
That's your one adjustment?
Yeah.
Putting a guy in motion and hot routing
That's
him?
my one adjustment.
On what planet?
The one I live on. That's one adjustment.
That seems like
That's
2
one
adjustments.
That's one adjustment. That's one adjustment.
What's the adjustment?
No.
No what?
So you're
pausing the game again. Take a time
no,
out.
no. So
No.
you're gonna call me on that. What you did
No.
on that defensive play where you got the interception, you put a guy on a spy, and then you usered a linebacker and brought him over the middle of the field.
Wish I did that.
I know you did it because I watched it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. You usered a guy on the edge that was blitzing, and you put a guy in a
Absolutely
spy. That's 2 adjustments, you clown.
Who's
Play the
on
game.
trial here?
Play the game. You are.
It's everyone's saying that's more than 1.
That's not more than 1.
How is that not more than 1?
Not more than 1. Motion isn't adjustment. Adjustment is not. That's not an adjustment. Is a hot route. We said 1 hot route. That's what we said.
You're preposterous. Is that defensive line crash? 1? Because I didn't hot route anybody.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a good game. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed. And that speed can work for him so many
Motion doesn't count.
ways.
Why not?
He just takes off and goes, just runs.
Just like you using a blitzing defender shouldn't count. Like, grow up.
You can catch everything underneath, but still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son.
Nice pink jacket.
That opportunity, I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receiver's doing. Wide receiver's eyes when he's throwing the ball.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On second down, Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Darius Hayward-Bay from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
It's really difficult to do because ordinarily...
What?
Yeah?
You're resorting to that again?
What?
The boogie? You resorted to the hooga boogie.
I didn't do anything. I
Yes,
tried to
you
block the
did.
kick.
No, you didn't. You did
just
this.
missed
You
straight
went,
up.
You went like this. You went. Yes, you did.
No,
Oh
I
my
did
God.
not. You just
no,
missed
I
the kick.
did. You. That's what you. No, you do. Ugh.
You just missed that kick straight up because you're trash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now to kick it away after the
Why don't you
touchdown.
Gibbs kick anymore? It's because I cribbed a Gibbs kick against you last time?
And nice work on
Is that
the
why?
return as
No.
they start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll run again with Blunt. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Throwing on first down is Brady. And he dumps it off to Blunt. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second.
So many times in the NFL, it's a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
What you gonna do, brother?
Second down, just 1 yard to go. Brady gives now to Blunt. 2 yards on the pick up there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Broken tackles.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. The offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs."
He's gonna keep going as fast. That's an interesting shot. I already saw the plays, man.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. Slips past.
Oh! That was
And he'll get
dirty!
down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Brady down on 1st down. Pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Gibbs.
He just threw an interception last
Why would you do that?
Oh, wouldn't I?
You're afraid to hit A here? I know why.
Now, are they?
You're so slow. You go fast.
Different driving on those paved roads, those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country
I
roads.
certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
He did not get his feet in. Overturn that. That's a joke, dude. There's zero chance he got his feet in.
Hiya! Oh yeah! Go play. Willie Clay. The man, the man.
That's so
That's
silly.
not that silly. It's not that silly.
That's so silly.
Not that silly.
And now second down.
Yep, primetime fight. Catch us on YouTube tomorrow.
Make it pick a play just because.
Back to Heinz Field after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where
You switched your audible. That's your one adjustment. Don't make another.
No, hot route, you said.
Okay. All right. That's
No, I forget. No, I forget. Did I audible?
Yeah, you audible to cover 2 man. I saw it.
Did I?
Yeah, I saw your thing up here.
I'm not
Say
in cover
it.
2 man.
That's what it said.
I'm not in cover 2 man
But
though.
that's what it said.
But I'm not. So, do you want to see my play? 'Cause I'm not in cover 2 man.
It's fine.
Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22.
Get off my side, dude.
This is my desk.
It's not your
You get
desk.
20% and like it.
That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it? It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of player, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a
Cool borders.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Trying here for Bryant.
Give me that. Am I allowed to click on and user pick, or is that an adjustment?
Set up shop at
No.
At least that was a real pick. You were out of bounds on yours. No doubt about it.
for him now. 2
How about my first pick of the game, clown?
I don't recall.
The first pick of the game, I just
Oh, you
marked
made a
off
user
the
play
edge.
80 hours ago, and you still want to talk about it?
Oh yeah.
You gotta be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
So we'll just see where his
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Waiting to throw on second down. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. It's third down. Well, in tapping those toes, he tried to get both inbounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski.
That's why you get a Gronk, am I right?
Down at about the 20-yard line.
Am I right?
Yes,
I
Brady
guess.
You almost used that.
2 and 6.
With
Should have.
I think you used all your miracles already today.
No, you just used your miracles there.
If he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket.
So I can pick from any of these three
No,
screens.
you can pick the first screen only.
What?
First screen only. If you've been doing anything else, this game is null and void. You just reset your plays?
I didn't reset my plays.
Yes,
They're
you
the same
did.
plays, dum-dum.
Nope, that's not true.
That's actually very true.
On first down, Brady. And that one will fall incomplete. Here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
That's my 20%.
No.
It's my 20%.
No.
Get off my 20%.
No.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
That was not on your list. That was not on your list. That was not on your list.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. Don't cheat. That
You
was
don't
not
know
on your
that.
list. I do know that.
Since when?
I can see all your plays.
Since when?
That is that. Oh my! I'm gonna review the game tape.
Since when?
That's unbelievable that you would cheat like that. That's unbelievable.
Since when?
That was not on your list.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. I'm looking at all your plays
Why are you looking at my plays?
because that's the name of the game.
What game?
Coach suggestion only. That's unbelievable. Null and void. This game is null and void.
And a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. They slot Gronkowski outright.
How many adjustments is
I
that?
didn't make any adjustments. I made one adjustment. I didn't make any adjustments to those guys clicked on. I just went to them. Hand to God.
I just reset my play, for the
Okay.
record.
Okay. I bet you did.
No, I did.
I bet you audibled.
No. I wouldn't do that.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Dancing to his left.
You were so lucky.
You're lucky.
You're so lucky.
You're lucky.
You threw that. You threw that.
You're lucky. You're a terrible user. You had one good play. You used all your miracles.
Head toward halftime.
And that's what happens. You're a jabroni.
So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
Hurricane force winds, by the way. Why don't you ooga booga booga?
I don't.
know I
I don't
didn't do
do that.
that.
No, because I
No,
don't do
'cause
it.
you know
no,
I don't
because
do
I
that.
don't do that. I don't
I've
resort to
never
that.
once ooga booga booga.
You just ooga booga.
If you went back to TWIM
ooga booga.
201
You
when I
did-
beat you live on the Game of the Week, you
You ooga booga.
would know.
You ooga booga. You ooga booga.
You would know.
Goskowski now
Gotcha.
converted for
You
3.
claimed I ooga booga'd, and then the replays is clear as day of you ooga booga'ing directly in my face, causing me to actually miss a field goal. Nice run back, good job, Winston.
Pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So, well, we're going to let you off. Both teams are ready for the fight ahead.
See?
And we resume action here
I wait
in
until you're
quarter
done.
number 3.
To ooga
This one
booga.
taken just inside the 10.
Not on Nate Edwards' watch.
Across the 30 to the 33.
Get out of my 20%, man. You give me 20%, then you creep on my 20%.
It's my desk.
No, it's not your desk.
I'm at 26%.
The third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is with
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that
Wheaton's got 3 catches, if you're wondering.
and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some
Mesh.
errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive. Stay
Dropped it. Let's go. That's how you get in there, Patrick Chung. It's great user. You might not think that's user, but that's
Oh my
great user.
God.
That is great
That's
user.
not a good play.
That's great user.
That's nothing.
No, I'm not just saying this is my desk, like this is my house. This is actually my desk.
began. Who's going to play quarterback? And if it's Trevor Siemian, he had taken a knee one play in 2015. That was his experience.
And now, boom, their Super Bowl
Welcome,
contenders yet
this
again.
is my house.
Oh,
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy?
Will you give me my glasses over there?
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage.
That's
That's a big time play right there.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 12 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Pittsburgh.
Let me see.
We always talk about
We have a scoring drive here.
how to read defenses.
Come on, Lavian. Come on, Lavian.
Man of the people, Brando. Man of the people.
Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Ooh, Le'Veon Bell. Come on. Come on.
First down.
Appears they found something that's working.
Get
and they
legs.
keep going
306.
back to it.
We're driving. We're moving. We're rocking. We're shaking. We're baking. We're rocking. We're...
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space,
Ba, 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 ba,
more
ba, ba,
times than
ba.
not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. In motion is Coates.
Motions.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Let's go.
Darius Hayward-Bay. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns.
Deep
here
Bay?
so far. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers.
It's a hurricane.
Really funny
You dumb?
Wait, why, how much wind is there?
It's a hurricane. It's a lot.
The ball, I can't even kick
It's his
it.
first hurricane.
I can't even kick the field goal. Why is that happening? All right, 3-point lead. Kick is good.
TWIM Q! Exclamation point.
Come on.
TWIM Q! For mailbag questions.
Now Amendola.
Oh, Gronk on the kicker. Gronk on the kicker.
Glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, here's Blunt. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down.
Take advantage of the coach's suggestion game and go into huddle.
About
It's about something you would
You
do.
don't know that.
I do know you did that.
It's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all
I really like giving you that belly weak play, huh?
Yeah, that wasn't the play I was on though, dum dum.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. They slide Gronkowski outright. From the gun on third down, Brady. Got a man, it's Amendola.
He caught that?
Of course he got that. It's Danny Amendola.
That's
Guy from the Rams. Guy's a
he
legend.
caught that?
Grabbing the change.
They love giving you that belly weak.
By the offensive line, giving them time to complete that
Oh,
first
I
down.
love giving you that stretch, huh?
What's up, D reply? Yeah, ask away.
Brady now on first down. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete.
Oh yeah, Farls, you feeling? Oh.
Yeah, you didn't fakely intercept that one.
Wow.
To find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
Gribs? Gribsopotamus?
What?
People plays, not necessarily
You're a
X's and
Gribsopotamus.
O's. That's exactly what they did there.
Sounds like an adjustment. Sounds like another adjustment. Does it not?
I can press.
Running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Sounds like he did more
Yards
than
is
that.
the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they're going to speed things up here. And he'll get it up the middle.
Well, that's exactly what you run on a first down run. Pick
That seems like you audibled to another run play.
Yeah? Is that what it seems like?
You're cheating.
That's what it seems like, doesn't it?
front because the
You-
offensive line is winning at the point of
That
attack.
that was a halfback dive, you clown.
You slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. Guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2 yards to go here on 3rd down. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Get up, please. Roll into the end
You
zone.
can't quick audible.
I didn't quick audible. You're confused.
I'm not confused.
You're confused.
I'll watch the tape because I'll be able to see.
Oh, we're watching this game on the sideline, I guess? That seems normal. That seems like a normal thing people do, that you yell at people in the chat when they watch all the time.
Wow.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that. And he's gonna
That seems weird.
at contract time.
And that will make this a 4-point.
Boogie Monster, how to counter smash? Yes.
Gostkowski
I wouldn't do that
after
to
the
you.
touchdown.
Go off on me?
I wouldn't do that to you.
Away. This one taken just inside the 10.
I can tackle it, B. Come on.
26-yard line.
Come on. Come on.
ISO, curls Z, shake, Steelers cross. ISO, curls Z, shake, Steelers cross. And since he came out in 5 wide, it's definitely Steelers cross.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll send
Since he can only make one hot route, he probably just streaked like one guy.
1st and 10. It's
Or put a guy on an out
completes it to Hayward.
and motioned him. So 1.5 routes.
That's not. That's one.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with a football, but
Counter strike. Wide receiver in. Pump fake.
Yeah? Cool, man.
Counter strike.
offense staying ahead of the chains here. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Green's got it over the middle.
And that's going to be good for another Patriots. First down. Come on.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he runs
X drag, 4 verticals, flood drive. X drag, 4 verticals, flood drive.
not super huge, maybe not counted on to be
But this is my house.
that they used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out, you can run wide receiver routes with him, you can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He dropped everybody. He
No, I
dropped.
didn't.
Yes, he did.
You don't know that.
You. How many guys did you drop, Farls?
None.
How many guys did you drop?
None.
That's you.
That's not a hot
Oh
route.
my God.
That's not a hot route.
Dropping guys in coverage? Yeah, it is.
That's a hot route? I changed their...
That's a defensive adjustment. Yeah, we said adjustments like hot routes. That's
Okay,
literally
that's
what we
fair.
said.
I won't do that.
That's cheating.
No, I won't do that then. I haven't been doing it.
Yeah, you just did.
I did
You
it.
rushed. You rushed one guy.
You
just cheated.
motioned a guy.
You're cheating.
I motioned a guy.
You're cheating.
Basically.
You're cheating.
Run.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. Oh, look at that hurdle, and now some give him a gain of 37.
Oh, you just dropped everybody into coverage.
Not on that play.
No, the previous play, and then I just did this.
One guy. One guy. I would like to state, for the record, I was not clicked on, so it doesn't really matter.
For that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Okay.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, he had 6
Get out of my house.
there, couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice,
Wide trail curl slip screen. Wide trail curl slip screen. Wide trail curl slip screen.
wanted, just unable to complete it in the end zone. A big time drop.
Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. To throw here, Roethlisberger.
Oh, yeah, am I?
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Yup.
Yup. Yup. Yup.
Yup.
Yup.
Yup.
Don't give me 3 runs, game. Don't give me 3
Like
runs.
their speed guys, they like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him.
They're going to give me field goal.
Please make him kick a field goal.
They'll make me kick a field goal.
With a big-time sack on 3rd
Make me kick a field goal.
7. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this
Might have
from
missed that.
34. And Boswell's kick
Wow,
is
lucky.
good. And that'll bring him back within a point. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying.
The game is vetoed no matter what because you dropped all those guys to coverage.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
And I have a feeling
I do know that.
more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Gibs kick.
You good? You only rushed 2 again there.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Ha 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 ha.
About the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
God.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On 1st down, Brady. Escaping the pressure right.
Gronk, turn around, dude.
Couldn't connect.
For real.
This will be the true test if you're a cheater.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after.
You better be in a run, man.
Brady gonna look to throw. Screen pass to Blunt. And he's able to
Or screen's fine. Or screen's fine.
put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just the first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass.
Whoa, what did you just do?
I went back to my original setup. I didn't want to have my base setup that I
What
had.
does that mean?
I made an adjustment and I canceled my play.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa, what was that?
To throw is Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete.
No!
Gain of 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy.
Don't even
The clock kept him short of the mark.
fake punt sweet Farms.
Here's Ryan Allen now.
You do do a fake punt sweep. I swear to God, if you do a fake punt sweep.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the upfield.
That is the most BS thing I've ever seen!
Stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They come out here in the I. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he is
Let's go!
line of scrimmage, and he goes down right
Let's
there.
go!
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final time.
He faked it! He faked it!
Step aside.
He faked it!
Blunt, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle.
He faked it.
He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And all the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Let's test that counter AI. Am I right? Am I right, boys? Let's test that counter AI.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Coverage look defensively.
You better not have audibled out. You cheater.
You rank commit, so you're stuck too.
They'll run it here. This is James White. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Let me see. What
I
plays
had
do
to
I
go in
have
punt
here?
formation.
Let me see what plays do I have here.
Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call.
It didn't give me a pump block option. I was hoping it would, but it didn't. And I didn't change my play like you do.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Tick tock on the clock. How do you hold on to leads? S. Gibbs throwing picks till the night comes. Tick tock on the clock. DJ blow my speakers up.
Run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Decline. What? You accepted that? You're not a gentleman. You're not a gentleman.
Here's Ryan Allen.
Oh, there you got it. Gave it you options there.
Yeah, but it was on the first
I know,
page.
isn't that funny?
Yeah, so I didn't call it.
Oh, man of the people, eh?
Yeah.
Let's see how it is. I actually let up a punt return touchdown the other day. First time, long time. Antonio Brown. Who else?
Now Brown.
Who else? Who else? Who else? Not Antonio Brown. That's who else. You thought you had a shot there. For a second.
You thought a little
That's
bit.
exactly how it happened.
You had a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Good game.
Good game. Let's take a look at the deciding play.
That was great. That.
See, if you had pro tip for Gibs, which he did not know, if Gibs had waited until the 2-minute warning, it would have given you a play to call. That wasn't a field goal. I'm 90% sure.
I don't think the clock wasn't ticking because I
It
just
was.
dropped the pass.
Maybe.
I dropped the pass to Antonio Brown.
No, you got sacked.
I got sacked. Gotcha.
It would have. It would have.
I was waiting for the high point. I mean, he got the block shot, but I was waiting for the post.
Yeah. I didn't realize until the fourth quarter. I'm like, oh, every time he gets the Z spot route, he's calling that.
Every time I got it,
Yeah.
no matter what it was. That was a good play.
Yeah.
That's third down, right? Yeah.
What I was doing was moving off the first screen the second it came up, and then going back to it.
I know. So then, because then you could quickly be like, okay, I'm gonna look at the top one.
Yeah, you see whatever play was on there, and like, okay, it's the one. Whatever one has the counter, that's the one it is.
You're right.
40-second play clock's long.
Yeah.
You want to see your user? I should have saw your user. You had a good user.
User was good.
That first user pick.
See,
Pretty spicy.
isn't that that was kind of fun though, right? Like, that was kind of fun. Just, like, playing.
It's kind of fun.
Playing.
I always think winning is fun, Gibbs. Whether it's against you or all my other opponents out there, winning is fundamental.
Yeah.
So is reading. So is making reads.
All right, dudes. Till
Third
next
game
time.
Party?
Yeah, we probably should try and stream as long as we can. I think.
Yeah.
So,
Until the power goes out, we'll pop online. So
streaming.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
guys. So make sure to follow the channel. It's This Week in Madden, show 206, another one in the books. If you have your questions, you can always submit them in the mailbag. Just check us out on Twitter, and you'll be able to see the questions there. You'll get this game up on YouTube tomorrow. Keep an eye on your Twitch inbox for the M-Stack, and then, of course, the Master Gamer salary cap action. So, I appreciate you guys tuning in. It's good times, and we'll talk to you next week. Maybe I'll run an exciting fake field goal this time to win instead of a fake punt. Thoughts on that game? Thoughts on that
No
play?
thoughts. No thoughts. Good game. It's a good game. It was a fun game. That was a fun game. Enjoyable game.
Good game.
And
Breaking news, Gibbs has fun losing.
No, you had a great call at the end. Like
Chops.
that. If you didn't get that, I still had to kick a field goal, which was a long field goal. So,
Yeah.
good play call.